Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to Reboot Punjab Women's Empowerment Show. My name is Dali Panesar. I am a Sevadar at the Kalgidhar Trust SAHIB. And on today's show, we've got an exceptional guest speaker who I'm really looking forward to you meeting. We'll also be talking to you about the Kalgidhar Trust SAHIB's amazing initiatives, which are set up to help underprivileged women with the gift of education through Eternal University, and to help underprivileged women with the gift of education through Agal Academies. So on today's show, before we started the show, I wanted to recite an amazing quote, which I thought would be really fitting for today and for today's guest speaker. And the quote is, "Here's to strong women. May we be them, may we know them, and may we raise them." So now to introduce our guest speaker, I am truly humbled. I'm really excited to have this amazing opportunity to introduce our guest speaker. She's the first Sikh woman to become a member of the Scottish Parliament MSP for West Scotland since May 2021. She's the first woman of colour elected to the Scottish Parliament. She's completed a BA in Consumer Law, an MBA. She's currently finishing her PhD, but also she's won the 2015 Women Leaders Business Award and the 2018 Public Service Award. It is with my greatest pleasure and honour to introduce and give a big warm welcome to Benji Pam Gosal MSP. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, Benji. How are you? And welcome to our show.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. It's a great honour today to be on the Punjab Empowerment Show for Women. And thank you, Benji, for having me on and reaching out to me so that I can come on this platform. And to everybody out there, Sat Sri Akal.
Oh, no, thank you, Benji. The honour is truly ours. And, firstly, from the Kalgidhar Trust SAHIB, we just wanted to congratulate you on becoming the first Sikh woman to become a member of the Scottish Parliament. What a huge achievement. And we're all extremely proud of you. It's such an honour to have you on this show. Welcome, Benji. Welcome. And so, Benji, I just wanted to ask you this question to start off with. You are the first Sikh woman to join the Scottish Parliament. So how do you feel to be the first woman of Sikh faith in such an amazing leadership role?
Well, first of all, I feel very proud. I'm honoured as well. And I also feel a little bit scared as well, because I have an immense responsibility on my shoulders so that I can pave the way for other women, Sikh women and all cultures to basically follow into Parliament.
Thank you so much, Benji. That's really amazing. And, I've been following your work and your role for a while, and I really wanted to interview you and get to know you better, which I'm sure the Sangat want to as well. So we can find out more about you and so how we can inspire other women to take these leadership roles. So Benji, I know you were born in Glasgow and you've lived in Scotland most of your life. How did your journey in politics start? Was this something that you were always passionate about? Was it always something that you were interested in?
Well, Benji, my journey is no different from many of the viewers watching today. My parents are immigrants from India, Punjab. Mum is from Shankar and Dad is from Kanganial. And my Gosal name is my father's name. My marital name is Baines. So I want to give a big Sat Sri Akal to everybody out there from Shankar, Kanganial, and from the wherever they are from Baines, and everybody else as well. So yes, my parents were immigrants. They came into the country in the late 1950s. They settled in England and then they moved to Scotland, and that's where I was born. Unfortunately, at a young age, in my teenage years, I lost my father suddenly. And then a year and a half later, I lost my big sister to a heart and lung transplant that failed. So you can just see from there was a lot of tragedy in my life very earlier on, and from this brought about responsibilities. After my father's and sister's death, I had to be responsible in the family. I had to be the parent in the family, the father, to look after not just the business side, but also be head of the family. And it was pretty much a man's world in those days, and some places I know it certainly still is. However, I managed to turn that around a lot, showing that a woman, can basically run a household and can run a business. And also in that time, I left school without no qualifications. So I ran a business with no experience at all. And so I had to basically look to see and find my own pathway, but also support my family. My life really from politics was a long way away. So after running the business, I decided I wanted to study. And that's when I decided I wanted to go back to late adult life learning. And I went back to university. But to go back to university and chase my dreams, I had to turn the properties into a portfolio of properties so that I didn't have to run the business side. I also made sure that my family, I supported my brothers, sisters, everybody getting married. And I was that anchor for my mum. I was always giving my mum hosla that don't worry, just because daddy है नहीं है, ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਭੈਣ है नहीं है, मैं हैगी आ, that मैं अपनी मां ਨਾਲ पूरा साथ दूंगी, है ना, and make sure that our brothers and sisters, everybody is in their places and married and happy as well. So I went on to work as a civil servant, trading standards in Glasgow. And that's where I started having the feel of politics, to understand how councils are run, local governments, and understand what a difference you can make in people's lives when you are in these roles. From there on, I went off to England. And in England, I did the same kind of role, trading standards, but then I went into further roles of economic development, leading on economic development, skills agenda, jobs, education, inward investment, culture, heritage. So I was very fortunate that I got to lead such a great portfolio in England. And this is where I really got in touch with politics. And just going back, Benji, to say that there was no politics in my family. My dad, mum, pen, bra, chache, pua, tai, koi politics nahi sige. So it was the first person going into politics in my whole family. And from there on, obviously, I studied as well as I worked. And I decided then I wanted to go into politics. And I was very lucky that later on in life, I decided to get married when I felt that sada sara kar set ho gaya, hun main vyah kara sakdi ha. And I'm very fortunate, I've got a great husband and 2 children. And, that's where my story came from my parents being immigrants, from me being not educated, running the business, moving on to basically working in local government, and then having that taste of politics, what a difference it can make in people's lives out there when you work in politics. So, yeah. And today I am here in the Scottish Parliament, Rabdi Kirpana, that, I am lucky to be, elected for the West of Scotland region and being here in the Scottish Parliament, yeah.
Wow, Benji, that's an incredible story, especially, you're mentioning your family life when you were younger, growing up, and that you started your education quite later in your life, and how you went through that journey as well. Like that's incredible. But it also shows that as women, you can study later on in your life. You can still achieve anything you wish to do so. But just amazing to hear that you didn't have politics in your heart when you were younger, and that as you grew older, that you decided, this is where I want to take my journey of my career. So what an amazing story, Benji. That's incredible. And so, Benji, one of the most monumental moments for me was when I saw you reciting the Moor Mantra before taking oath in Parliament, which I think was such a historic moment. You know, it was the first time a parliamentarian in the United Kingdom has read from any Sikh scriptures inside Parliament. And I know we're going to just show a short clip of Benji reciting the Moor Mantra in the Scottish Parliament. So we're just going to show that now.
And this time I will call Pam Gosal. Ms Gosal is a member for West Scotland and will take the oath.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਏਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈਪੀ ਸਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸਚ
I, Pam Gosal,
I, Pam Gosal,
do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, her heirs and successors according to law,
to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth and her heirs and successors according to law.
so help me God.
So help me God. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
Benji, wow, what an historic moment for all Sikh people. You know, how did it feel to recite the Moor Mantra in Parliament? You know, has Sikhi played a role in your success? And, you know, can you just tell us what the lead up was like, you know, for that day?
Wow. When I go back and remember that day, and it's wow. I don't have a lot of words to explain it. And absolutely, Benji, Sikhi played a big role on that day and in my life. And that's why I said that today, Rabdi Kirpana mein itthe baithi aa, Parliament de vich. But just to take you through that day, what that day looked like, or just the kind of lead up to the day, it was a few stages. As you said, I was the first person to recite the Moor Mantra part in the whole of the United Kingdom. You're absolutely right there, I was. So you can understand I had no role model or anybody to look up to see how to do it. So I had to start right from the beginning. So I spoke to my mother and I spoke to one of my best friends, Gurjeet Bains, and I said, I've got to do a swearing in Parliament. That can I do some kind of part or say Vaheguru Ji Khalsa Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh? And my mum said, oh, that would be so good. And my friend said that you could, you know, bring Sikhi alive in the Parliament there for everybody to watch. That would be, everybody would be so proud of you. When we talk about everybody, my mum was just talking about like, you know, people in Glasgow, maybe some in London, and that's it. So then I decided the second stage was to speak to the Scottish Parliament staff, and I must say they were very helpful. So I said to them that I would like to do a part before I swear in. And they thought it was just general, and they said, yeah, of course you do that. Then I had to tell them that there's a few things that I will have to do before. And I told them that one is, minu jutti launi pani hai. The second is, sar te minu chunni lani pani hai. And also, gutka leke auna pena to the Parliament. Mainu puchhiya siga that, do you have a gutka? And they said, we don't. So I luckily had a gutka, and that was good. Then I ran through it with them and to exactly what the day would look like. And I have to say thank you to the Scottish Parliament staff because they were very, very helpful. मैं उन्होंने ये भी किया सी कि जे सातों कोई गलती हो गई उस दिन कि सारे देखते आ ਤਾਂ गलती कल्ली मेरी नहीं होनी आ साडी पार्लियामेंट ਦੀ ਬਦਨਾਮੀ ਵੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਆ ਸੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇਰਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਤੂੰ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਰੂੰਗੇ. So that was basically the good news was I could do it. Then we went on to, you know, I was speaking to an auntie and she's a head teacher of a Punjabi school in Albert Drive. And I was speaking to her on the phone and I went, auntie ji, मैं, you know, ਸੋਚਦੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਪਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਪਾਠ ਵੀ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਠ ਵੀ ਕਰਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਆਂਟੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਉਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ she started reciting it to me and I said to her, hold on, I will recite it to you. ਸੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਾਠ ਪੜ੍ਹਿਆ ਸੀ ਮੂਲ ਮੰਤਰ ਦਾ, ਤਾਂ ਲੱਕੀ ਮੈਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਅੱਖਰ ਹੈ ਨਾ, I forgot it. And she said to me, Pam, don't forget this word. And thank God, Auntie Ji, that word ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚੇਤਾ ਆਇਆ. ਸੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚੇਤਾ ਉਸ ਦਿਨ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਅੱਖਰ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੇਤਾ ਭੁੱਲਣਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਖੜੀ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਨਾ. So then it went to the day. On the day, obviously, everybody's seen out there what I was wearing. I tried to make a little bit East meets West. I had a sari on, I had a chunni on, I had a bindi on, I had tartan. So everything was basically showing that somebody like me can be standing in here, and I come from a background of Sikhism. So that was really good, and it was really good. It was a local Scottish designer that designs wedding dresses that designed my sari and did all that in such short notice. So, thank you very much to Joyce Young for doing that. So on the day, obviously, delivery, I was very nervous. I was scared. I think my biggest fear was, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਡਰ ਇਹ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਗਲਤੀ ਨਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੋਂ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਮੰਮੀ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਦੀ ਆ. ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇਖਦੀ ਆ, ਇਹ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਸੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਮੰਮੀ ਦੇਖਦੀ ਆ, ਮੇਰੀ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ, that friends and ਗਲਤੀ ਨਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚੇਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ ਕਦੀ ਸਹੁੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਖਾਈਦੀ ਆ. ਤੇ I made sure that ਮੈਂ ਮੂਲ ਮੰਤਰ ਦਾ ਪਾਠ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਿਆ ਸੀ, ਤਾਂ ਫੇਰ ਮੈਂ I got done my swearing in on Queen and Country. So I made sure of that was a very important. My mum said that to me. So also on the day, what I didn't realise was that, yes, I knew video cameras were around. I didn't know it was recording it and it was all live, it was going out. And that's why today, obviously, you have that recording from the Scottish Parliament live on that day. I was shocked, I have to say, and I can't even use the right words here to say what happened after that. My video went crazy. It went viral. It went all over the world. And Benji, I just wanted to touch the people here in Scotland and worried about meri mummy dekhdi hai main theek kar rahi hai ya nahi. Rab di kirpa na, hai na, everybody in the world seen this. It went to all corners of the world. Jithe log inna Sikhi da jaande vi nahi, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਫੋਨ ਕਾਲ ਆਏ, ਸਾਡੇ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇਦਾਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ, ਫਰੈਂਡਸ ਨੂੰ, saying that ਇਹ ਕੁੜੀ ਕੌਣ ਆ, ਇਹ ਪਾਠ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. I think people found it so strange but yet so warm and welcoming that is this really happening? So yes, and I was overwhelmed with messages, emails, social media messages, and I remember one of them, it came from Siana Vandasi in India. He had left the army. And he contacted me. I mean, there was many people that contacted me, but this one stood out. And you know what he said? It was so nice. He said, "Tu sada Sikhan da hai na inna kad ucha kar ditta. ਇਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਦਿਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਤੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਲਿਆ ਦਿੱਤੀ, ਮੈਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੀ, right? And wow, I made somebody happy in their last days that left the army years ago, retired, away in India somewhere, and yes, it was very overwhelming. And thank you to everybody for watching that and giving me so much marn. I cannot tell you how it makes me feel. Absolutely, yeah. Well, no, thank you to everybody. It's absolutely crazy viral. And today, we're talking about in 2022, when this happened in May 2021, I got elected. That people are still watching it today. So I really hope that not only have I touched people's hearts, but that I have made people realise that it doesn't matter where you are, or what profession you are in, or what leadership role you're in, kadi apni Sikhi na bhulyo, and proud hoke na khade hoke apni Sikhi nu zarur awaaz dao.
Hanji Benji, that's so nice, and we're all really proud of you. So we want to say thanks to you as well, because you made our Sikh community so proud that day. And my personal experience of watching it, I saw it on the news, and I was so taken back because it was so powerful, because I had never seen anybody do that before. Especially a woman just joining the Sikh parliament, and I was just so taken back just watching you recite the Moor Mantra that I just wanted to watch it again and was like, wow. And I know all the Sikh community was so happy, as you said, this went viral. And as you said, people are still watching it. I know I still watch it because we're all extremely proud of you for doing that and taking that step to do that. So thank you, Benji, for doing that as well. That was such a powerful moment for all the Sikh community. So thank you, Benji. That was fantastic. And so, Benji, you're a strong advocate of women empowerment. And in our Sikh history, we've had so many historical women such as Mai Bhago, Mata Giviji, Bibi Nanaki, Mata Gujari, who've all shown us great leadership qualities. Why do you feel it's important to have women in these leadership roles, Benji?
Well, first of all, the 4 ladies you mentioned, I think were absolutely amazing. And those 4 ladies at that time, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਪਤਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਲੀਡਰ ਸੀਗੇ ਆ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਲੀਡਰ ਸੀਗੇ ਆ they were so alag 4 of them were so different but yet they followed good leadership and they delivered good leadership. You know, you talk about Mai Bhago, you know, she was basically a skilled warrior. She led Sikhs into battle. You talk about Mata, she established langar, and that's why today, look at that, she's embedded in millions of people around the world, you know, giving out free langar. Then you talk about basically Bibi Nanaki. Bibi Nanaki, always there for her brother, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, you know, always there protecting her brother and believing in her brother. And then you talk about Mata Gujari. You know, Mata Gujari really looked after the Chote Sahibzade, and it was heartbreaking basically what she went through. So you can see that these 4 leaders were all very different, but one thing in common they had, Benji, was that they always thought about other people. They didn't look out for themselves. They always thought for other people. So that's where I want to talk about leadership. When you talk about the importance of leadership, good leadership to me is not about me. It's about basically you, people out there, bringing people together from having different range of skills so that you can deliver your job or your task that you're doing. But good leadership, it's very important. It's not about leading. A lot of people can lead. It's about how you deliver and how you bring people together and how you make them feel at the time as well. That warm feeling that somebody cares and somebody has included me. To have women in leadership roles is very important, Benji. It's important for a number of reasons, but to me, I have 3 main reasons that I think women should be in leadership roles. The first is to have a voice. If we have a voice, sato awaaz hegi, we can make change happen. And making change happen is when you are in leadership roles. The second is role models. I'm hoping that I am a role model today, that people can look at me being in the Scottish Parliament and they can say that I can be there, I can do that, I can study hard, I can work hard to be there. And the third, last but not least, is about opening the doors. So when you become in that leadership role, other women will open the doors and pave the way for other women. I am doing a lot of work with all the BAME communities and ethnic communities in Glasgow to make sure that I am paving the way and opening the doors for others to follow. I may be one of the first women of colour and the first Sikh in the Scottish Parliament, but I certainly don't want to be the last. So these 3 things are very, very key why women should be in leadership and how important it is we should basically be inspiring and pushing more women into leadership.
No, that's very true, Benji, and thank you for mentioning those 3 important elements of leadership, especially for women. So thank you. And as you said, we have a lot to look up to from our historical women in our history and the qualities that they had. And if we can bring that to modern day society, which you are as well, you know, that's even more powerful. But combining those together is such a powerful thing to empower women. So, you know, thank you for that, Benji. That was really nicely said. So, Benji, have you drawn professional inspiration from any other woman? Like, has anybody inspired you, Benji?
Well, Benji, there are so many amazing women out there that have broken and shattered major glass ceilings. We all look up to them, and we all have our favourites for different things. However, yes, I do look up to them, and for different reasons. However, I have one strong pillar in my life, and she is my world. She is why I am here today. She has also taught me the meaning of religion, the meaning of Sikhism, and the meaning of Kadi Rab da Saath Na Chhaddo, and always recite God's name. And that's my mother, Balbir Kaur Gosal. She's amazing. She's taught me from a very young life, ਜਦੋਂ daddy pura hoya si, how to deal with challenges. And Benji, I'm sure the viewers, or maybe you can just imagine in a man's world, that my mum was a widow at a younger age, and she had a lot of children there basically to bring up, and the challenges. So she was a very strong woman. After daddy the badge, jaake Amrit Shak liya siga. And because she believed completely in Vaheguru, ke Vaheguru de hatha chi asi, ta jo Vaheguru karanga, ohi theek karunga. And that's where my mum made us believe. I'll be honest, Benji, I don't go around to the Gurdwara every single weekend. I don't go to every single thing. I do try. But जो है ना दिल च है ना वाहिगुरु दा कदी साथ नहीं छड्डना चाहिदा भावें तुसी करो है ना रब दा नाम लओ भावें गुरुद्वारे लओ जिथे मर्जी लओ पर रब दा नाम जरूर लओ and that's something mum taught me. Obviously with dad dying, you know, there was a big loss in my mum's life. My mum and dad were very, very close, and as a widow she had to go through a lot of challenges, and then her children had to go through a lot of challenges myself. But ek cheez main kehna chahndi hai na, and I'm going to say it in Punjabi ke meri mummy hai na vidwa sigi a, par meri mummy aj she's brought up a politician. On politician no janam ditta, oh vi any politician no nahi, pehla Sikh politician Scottish Parliament de vich. ਤਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਮੰਮੀ ਤਾਂ ਸੁਣਦੀ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ you know it's always you can't get a hold of mum. People are so proud and they want to share their proudness with mum. ਮੇਰੀ ਮੰਮੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਦਿਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਹੈ ਨਾ she's only 5 foot under 5 foot ਮੰਮੀ ਛੋਟੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਆ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਕੱਦ 10 ਫੁੱਟ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ. Can you imagine that? And ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਅੱਜ ਨਾ viewers ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਾਪੇ ਨੂੰ ਖੁਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਚੰਗਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਮਾਪੇ ਦਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਸੀਨਾ ਵੀ ਇੰਨਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਕੱਦ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੋ ਮੇਰੀ ਮੰਮੀ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰਾ ਕੱਦ ਬਹੁਤ you know 10 ਫੁੱਟ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਐਂਡ ਆਲਸੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਨਾਂ ਲੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਪ੍ਰਾਊਡ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਸਕੌਟਿਸ਼ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਆ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਸਕੌਟਿਸ਼ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਅੱਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਸੋ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਸੋਚਦੀ ਆ ਕਿ well I'm hoping really that the viewers out there listen to the importance but also that they inspire. I'm hoping I'm inspiring others that everybody can do that and they can come into leadership roles like this and especially women. Yes, I'm not going to lie, Benji, just lastly, mummy ਡਰਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੀਗੀ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਾਪੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ always ਡਰਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਆਹ ਠੀਕ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ well ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਮੇਰੀ ਮੰਮੀ ਵੀ ਡਰਦੀ ਸੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ politics ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ it's very divisive and it's very threatening sometimes, it's scary, you get death threats, you get a lot of problems out there ਸੋ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਡਰਦੀ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ 'ਚ ਆ ਗਈ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਲੱਗਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਈ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਐਂਡ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਟੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗਾ and what a difference I am making for people's lives out there. She's very, very proud. So yes, my mum is my biggest inspiration, yeah, and thank God to that, yeah.
Oh, Benji, that's so nice. They do say that your mother is your first teacher in your life, and it sounds exactly that. You know, that she taught you about Sikh values, and you know you've taken them on board in every step of your life. But that's so nice to hear that your mum is your biggest inspiration. Like, wow, that's so honourable, Benji. That's absolutely lovely. Thank you for sharing that story with us as well. So Benji, I'm intrigued. What is, you know, what keeps you motivated in your life, Benji?
I think a number of things, Benji, keep me motivated. Life itself is so beautiful. We mustn't forget that. Rabban sanu ek zindagi diti hai. So we need to make sure that we use that life to the best of not just of ourselves and our dreams, but others as well. So I get inspired by life itself. I get inspired by today talking to even you, that, you know, listening to some of the programs you've done with some inspiring women before. Obviously, Kamajit Bains, you know, you did last. And I think people like that inspire me. The energy from other women inspire me day to day to go on. And also what inspires me is that we all need to make a difference here. So we all have a role to play. And yeah, so there's no exact thing that inspires me, but everything about life and achievements. Yes, we have failures, but those failures, we get back up, we dust ourselves, and we get on. So yeah, life inspires me.
No, that's so nice, Benji. And it's as you said, like, other women help inspire each other. And especially for women now, we should all be helping to lift each other up. You know, Benji, as you said, leadership qualities, that is what a true leader does. It helps to lift people together, and women help each other to get where they need to be and support each other. So that's really nice, Benji. Again, thank you for that. So Benji, and I'm sure there's women out there that want to know this next question. How do you balance your family life alongside your professional life? And have you ever had to like sacrifice anything personally or professionally at each stage of your career?
Well, yeah, I think sacrificing, there's a lot I've sacrificed in life, but starting back from when you talk about how you balance family life and your work life, I'm no different from any woman out there. I think women are so resilient, and obviously women multitask as well brilliantly, that they can do so much with so little. I'll give you an example. You know, a lot of women think, I see housewife here, but think about that woman who car chalaunਦੀ ਆ, ਉਹ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੜਾਉਂਦੀ ਆ, ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੱਡੇ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਆ, ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇਦਾਰੀਆਂ ਸੰਭਾਲਦੀ ਆ, sometimes job ਵੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ, ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ, ਔਰਤ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁਛ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ ਆ. So you can see that from that, I do take inspiration that the fact as a woman, I can do so much. Yes, in my life, I have to be very honest, I haven't had a fully balanced family and professional life. I've had more a professional life because daddy pura ho gaya siga when I was in my teenage years. So obviously kam karna piya bahut. So the way I see it was that I don't regret doing that, and I don't think I missed out on everything, but maybe other people missed out around me, that I wasn't in certain family functions, being with certain friends, but मैं अपना फर्ज पूरा किया सी उस टाइम ते, and I think you know, I did the right thing. But now moving on, being in politics, although मेरी मम्मी मेरी बहुत बड़ी supporter सीगी, and my family, my sisters are my rocks, they're amazing. So they were my biggest supporters, and every time I had to balance family and, you know, life and things, I would always look at that and see that my sisters would be somewhere or my mum would be somewhere if I wasn't. But now my husband is my biggest supporter. He is my biggest advocate as well, to be honest. He loves it that I'm in politics. He's helped me so much. He helped me around the house. So what happens is ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਕੰਮ ਛੋਟਾ ਜਾਂ ਵੱਡਾ. If he has to do the washing, if he has to do the pande, if he has to do the hoover, or he has to make food, he will make it. And do you know, both of us have got very busy leadership roles and jobs, but we both make time to ਕੰਮ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਂਝਾ ਵੰਡ ਕੇ ਕਰੀਏ. And that's what I'd like to say to the viewers, that you would be amazed how far a husband or a wife, or even parents and their child can go if ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਥ ਦਿਓ. That look where I am today, because of my mum, my family, my friends, and my husband. So yes, I think you have to absolutely give some balance to it, but make sure that you're taking people along with it. I just want to give a quick example of a politician's life. Now, I remember I sat a parliamentary assessment board examination to become into the Conservative Party. And one of the questions were that if it was your mum's 50th birthday, mummy da 50 saal da birthday hove, and that how would you look at, would you go to the birthday, or je thode constituent thode area ch kise nu madad thodi chahiਦੀ ਸੀ, je ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਨਗੇ. And I wrote at that time that I would absolutely help my constituent, because that is my duty. If I am sworn in, I have a duty to help people. My family comes second. But now that I'm in the job, I now understand it, that day to day, sometimes I can't go to the Gurdwara, sometimes I can't go to somebody's vyah, sometimes I can't do something with my mum, because ਅਸੀਂ ਜਦੋਂ elect ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, ਪਹਿਲੀ ਸਾਡੀ duty ਅਸੀਂ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ ਆ. We are working for the people here, and we are making sure that we can do everything possible to help, their problems, find some solutions. So yes, that's taught me a lot. And just on that, I want to just mention, Benji, that if anybody, any of the viewers, want to follow my work, they just देखना चाहते मैं की कर रही आ, मैं Facebook ते भी आ, Twitter ते भी आ, Instagram ते भी आ, Pam Gosal MSP. So you can see every day मैं different चीज़ां की कर रही आ. Sometimes मैं अपनी community सिखाने कर रही आ, sometimes मैं अपनी constituency लोगों ले कर रही आ, sometimes मैं कर रही आ अपनी portfolio ले different चीज़ां कर रही आ. So please do follow me and see, and also be inspired so that you can follow in those footsteps.
Yeah, no, Benji, I follow you on social media, and your pages are amazing. I'm always watching everything you're doing. It looks fantastic. You do a lot of work for all the community, and it's very, very inspiring. It really does make you want to do more work and inspire other people as well. And thank you for mentioning the work-life balance, because there may be a lot of women out there that are wondering, like, how does Benji stay balanced with life? So thank you for mentioning that how life is for you as well, because hopefully that will inspire and encourage more women, as you said, to take these leadership roles where they feel that I may have family duties at home, but I can still go out there and make a successful career and become a leader if I want to, and you're proof of that. So no, that's great, Benji. So Benji, I hope you don't mind me asking, but do you have any mindset tips that you'd like to share with the Sangat, the viewers, on how you overcome any challenges in your life, or anything you can share with us about mindset?
Yes, Benji, I do have some tips for the viewers that have worked with me, and on me, they might work with you. As I said, I've went through many challenging times in my life. And how do I cope in these times? ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ problems ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੀ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ. We always find that ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਸਾਨਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਬਾਕੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਖੁਸ਼ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਆ, ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਸਾਨਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ. But I want to tell the viewers, ਸਾਨਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਇਹ ਨਾ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਕਰੋ. ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਮੰਮੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਨਾ ਸੋਚੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਲੱਗ ਆ, ਕਿ ਥੋਨਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ. So we are all in this together. But just a couple of tips, how it's helped me get on with my life. ਜਦੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਆਉਂਦੇ, ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, they come together. So what I would do is I would start sectioning the problems out. So basically looking at, ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠਾ ਦੇਖੀਏ ਸਾਰਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ, ਤਾਂ ਹੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ, ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੋਣੀ ਆ. If we start breaking it up, we will start solving each section, and then we will get to our goal that we have a full solution. And also never look at the hal ikkiya. look at different solutions, and some might not be the most perfect solution, but guess what? That solution is a solution, and it will get you onto the next stage. So just for an example, and this is just an example, मैं कहना चाਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੁੜੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਕੁੜੀ ਆ ਗਈ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਵਿਆਹ ਦਾ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਆ। That's what you think. ਇਹ ਨਾ ਸੋਚੋ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸੋਚੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਬਣਾਤੀ ਵਿਆਹ ਦੀ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸੋਚੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ, ਛੋਟੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਪੀਸਾਂ ਤੱਕ। ਫੋਰ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਪਲ, ਉਹ ਕੁੜੀ ਨੂੰ ਪੜਾਉਣਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸੋਚੋ ਪੜਾਉਣਾ, ਫਿਰ ਕੁੜੀ ਨੂੰ ਜੇ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਡਿਗਰੀ ਮਿਲਣੀ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਕੁਝ, ਫਿਰ ਕੰਮ ਮਿਲਣਾ, ਉਹਦੀ ਆਮਦਨ ਆਉਣੀ ਆ, you know that she will stand on her own 2 feet, and ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀ ਲਵੇ। ਫਿਰ as she grows into this role and becoming a lady, you know, ਵਿਆਹ ਵੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ before you know it. And I think sometimes ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਆ, ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜਰਨੀ ਆ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਆਉਣੇ ਆ। ਪਰ ਇਹ ਸੋਚੋ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਗੋਲ ਇਹ ਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋਣ, ਸਾਡੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਕੋਈ ਚੰਗੀ ਜੌਬ ਮਿਲੇ, ਸਾਡੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਚੱਜ ਨਾਲ ਸਿੱਖੇ ਤਾਂ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਲੈਣ। So these are the kind of things we want all our children to be: happy, well, healthy, and earning for themselves. So yes, break your problems up. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ, ਹਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ always ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੋੜ ਕੇ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, solve ਕਰਦੀ ਆ। And that's where I would tell everybody that's watching, please don't look at your problem in a hole. ਉਹਨੂੰ ਤੋੜ ਕੇ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, solve ਕਰੋ। ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਨਾ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿ solution ਕੀ, ਇੱਕ ਦੇ ਬਹੁਤ solution ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। And I'm very lucky, I'm going to say, Benji, I just want to say, ਮੇਰੇ ਡੈਡੀ ਨੇ ਕਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਉਹਦੇ ਇੰਨੀਆਂ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ, ਕਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ। ਤਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਕੁੜੀ ਹੋਰ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਅੰਕਲ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਕੇਵਲ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਬੇਟੀ ਆ ਗਈ ਆ, and dad used to say, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫਿਕਰ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ, ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਾ ਵੀ ਲੈਣੀਆਂ ਤਾਂ ਵਿਆਹ ਵੀ ਲੈਣੀਆਂ। And I know obviously ਉਹ teenage years ਮੇਰਾ ਡੈਡੀ ਪੂਰਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਅੱਜ ਡੈਡੀ ਉੱਪਰੋਂ ਨਾ ਦੇਖਦਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੋਣਾ, ਦੇਖ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਆਪੇ ਸੈੱਟ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਸਾਰੇ ਥਾਂ। ਸੋ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੰਘਦਾ ਕਿ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, ਪਰ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ ਮਿਹਰ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਆ।
How beautiful, Benji. How amazing. And thank you for sharing that incredible mindset tip, because I know that will help all of the Sangat, to be honest. It will help everybody how to break down your problems into small sections and focus on that one small section. Eventually, you'll reach your goal. That's incredible. Thank you, Benji. That was fantastic. So, Benji, it's so nice to hear about everything you've achieved, and it's so inspiring, especially how you mentioned, women have day-to-day challenges. This shows perseverance, strength, character, determination. As women, we have to stay strong, inspired, motivated. And the Kalgidhar Trust, Benji, are doing something very similar to help empower women. We have this amazing initiative called the Train the Teacher program, and it's an amazing initiative that helps underprivileged women, and it offers them the gift of education of the Train the Teacher program, where the Sangat can sponsor a woman's education, and the cost is £30 a month, which is £1 a day, and the education is linked to Cambridge University, and there's so many benefits to this amazing initiative that is set up by the Kalgidhar Trust. And Benji, I know you're a strong advocate for women's empowerment and women's education, and you also have a BA in consumer law, an MBA, and you're currently completing your PhD as well. That's incredible. So what are your thoughts on empowering women through education, and how important is it to educate women, Benji?
Benji, it's so important. I can't emphasize it enough on this program that it's so important to educate women. But also what you've just talked about, the teacher program, that's such an important program. So what I would say to people out there is, please do donate and help this program, because you are helping not just another woman from a deprived area to be educated, but think about it. ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਖੜੀ ਹੋਣਗੀ, ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰੂੰਗੀ, ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਨੂੰ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਉਂਗੀ। And you know what? She will actually help probably in her own marriage as well, her costs, because she is standing on her own 2 feet. So I think we need to think about future here rather than just looking at it just, alone saying that we're educating somebody. Educating somebody brings so many benefits, especially this teacher program. I think you are doing an absolutely brilliant job to make sure that people that would probably never even be looked at or would never even study, that you're giving that opportunity. And that's what women need. Women need an opportunity.
Yeah, that's it, Benji. Women need this a chance to show that they can, achieve their goals and dreams. There must be many underprivileged women in India who are facing this problem where they may be in certain financial setbacks or low economic social backgrounds, and they're not able to achieve their dreams and their goals. But this initiative is incredible for that. It helps underprivileged women. The links will be on the screen, but you can have a look at www.educatetosave.com website. And on this website, you're able to view the young girl who's looking to become educated, looking to become a teacher. So it's a fantastic initiative. And as you said, Benji, there are incredible benefits to this as well. So Benji, I know you're a great believer in giving back to the community, and you're working with many charities and gurdwaras in Scotland. Please can you tell us about some of your charity work and all the seva that you've been doing as well?
Yes, I can tell you a little bit about that, Benji. I got my charity work inspiration from my mum and dad. Mummy swear the ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਤਕਾਲਾ ਨੂੰ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ late ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ because she helps in the kitchens in the Gurdwara. She's helped in a few of the Gurdwara, and she's done this for the past couple of decades. So mum always believes in that to go to the Gurdwara and seva karo. So where I can, मैं try करदी हुंदी seva करन लई. So I do it in different ways. One of the most recent ones was ਅਸੀਂ Gurdwara ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ in Scotland, especially in Glasgow. COP26 ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ COP26 ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ. And the Gurdwara, really good. Everybody got together and decided we can start looking at our infrastructure and what we deliver. And also the exhibition, one of the Gurdwara, Central Gurdwara put on as well. So that really helped the children be part of this as well as the elders. And that was one of the good things, that all I gave was leadership. And like I said earlier on, I just brought different people, different skills together to deliver, and they delivered that. So that was the latest one. Going back, I'm part of many charities. So I sit on many as trustees and as vice president and on board of directors. So the ones I will mention is, one is CBM, which works all around the world. It's a Christian charity, but it touches places like India, Pakistan, Africa, places like that. It's an international charity. I'm a board member on that charity, and we look at how we can help people. It could be with cataracts operations or anything like that. So making sure the most deprived and poor areas and disabled people actually have an opportunity, a chance. So I've been doing that for a while. Also, I'm part of, you mentioned earlier on, the awards I got in 2015, another award. Yeah. That was Women Leaders. So when I got the awards, I didn't just get an award and walk away. I decided to be part of that organisation, become a trustee, so that I can help recognise other women and put them on those platforms. I have to be, there's many more I can talk about. Obviously, we did work in India as well, me and my mum. But my dad, he was a great believer that ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਦੋਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੋਈ ਕਰਨਗਾ ਕੁਝ. So the way I see it, ਰੱਬ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਕਰਦਾ. And it's important that as we say that we are, got good jobs, we've got, good money coming in, make sure you never forget to give. And it's just like the teachers program you've mentioned. And we all need to make sure we're giving to make that difference and provide those opportunities. So yes, I do many things. And today, coming on this platform, I'm hoping that people listen, and people that are doing charity work, thank you very much for all your help. And people that aren't, reach out and make sure that you do something for your communities.
100, Benji, exactly. It's exactly what we said, doing so much seva. And thank you, Benji. You do a lot of seva for the community, so thank you for that. But it is also to urge Sangat as well. Seva is such an amazing thing to do, and to sponsor a woman's education is so fantastic. It's an honourable thing to do in life, and to help an underprivileged woman to become empowered is just incredible. It gives them a sense of confidence, self-esteem. It's extremely important. Benji, do you have any more thoughts on sponsoring a teacher, train a teacher? Do you have any more thoughts around that, and how the Sangats should, why they should sponsor a woman in India?
I think the thoughts I have around that is, first of all, asking the Sangat कि जरूर sponsor करो, पर ये भी देखो कि थोड़े पामा 5 pound, 10 pound, 15 pound कित्थे जांदे आ, that what a difference it's making. So it's not just giving that money, follow it up and see what a difference you've made in somebody's life. Speak to that woman and see where she is today. You might have sponsored her maybe months ago, or maybe ahead if you sponsor somebody now. I think it's like, you when you listen to somebody's story, I certainly know when I listen to other people's stories, your heart goes out to them that you have made a difference in somebody's life, massive difference. And I can tell you, please do sponsor a teacher. Like I said, the difference you make. I know as a politician, when I make just one constituent happy, just do one thing, do you know, I feel so proud but so happy, and I also follow up what a difference it's made in their life. So please do that. And sometimes Tasi, ਉਹਦਾ ਹੀ ਪੈਸੇ ਨਿੱਕੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੇ ਖਰਚ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ this is just £1 a day. We spend that anyway in parking, or just sometimes just in anything. And think about that £1 a day. What a big difference it's going to make in people's lives. Massive. So please do go ahead and sponsor, and be in touch, see what a difference it's making, and also give your ideas and feedback as well. I'm sure the organisation wants to hear what's happening out there on the ground as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, Benji, for that amazing message. And you're right. The whole thing is to empower women to become successful, to become leaders. You've really inspired us with everything that you've mentioned, and we're changing people's lives. We want to come out of these cycles of poverty where women feel that they cannot achieve their goals. We want to help empower women. We want to give them an opportunity in life to feel like they have a chance in life. They can do something with their lives as well. And really that's the message we're trying to get across to the Sangat today, is that please look at the website www.educatetosave.com, and please sponsor to empower a woman to become a teacher. It's such an amazing qualification. It's such an amazing goal. And Benji's, mention that as well. Please help us to empower more women to become great leaders such as Benji and Benji's role and position. So thank you, Benji. And we're now coming to the end of the show. So, I just wanted to say, Benji, thank you so much for joining our show today. I know this will be one of many shows we do with you, but it's been such a pleasure to be able to get to know you, to be able to get to know your background, how you became a successful leader, inspiring stories of your journey through your education, and that you educated quite later on in life, and all the amazing qualifications that you have, and everything is so inspiring. And I know for sure this story will touch so many people's lives, men and women. It's such an incredible story that shows how when you are set on your goal, you can achieve your dreams. And Benji is absolute proof of that. Benji, we are truly proud of you, of everything that you've achieved, and we want to wish you more success with everything you're doing going forward. You've become a great role model for all Sikh women, and literally all nationalities of all women. So from the Kalgidhar Trust and myself, thank you so much for today. It's been a true honour to be able to speak to you and have this amazing opportunity to get to know you. So thank you, Benji. And if you have any special message for the viewers today.
Thank you, Benji, and thank you so much, everybody that's on today listening. Thank you so much. I think I want to leave with a few words. A few words on two areas. One is always remember, lift as you climb. So as you get into positions, make sure you're helping and supporting other women as well. So lift as you climb. And the second thing that's very close to my heart is never stop a woman or a girl from achieving. Support her. ਕਦੀ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਕੁੜੀ ਦੀ ਕਿਸਮਤ ਜੰਮਦਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਨਾ ਲਿਖੋ, ਕੁਝ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਕੁੜੀ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਸਕਦੀ ਆ। ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਹੈ ਨਾ and with great parents and great support around me and my husband family, ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਕੌਟਿਸ਼ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠੀ ਆ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਆ। ਸੋ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਕੁੜੀ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਸਕਦੀ ਆ। Please do help every girl that you can help. Thank you.
No, thank you, Benji. Honestly, the honour is truly ours to have you on the show, and that you made time for us to speak about these important issues. So thank you so much, Benji. It's been an amazing opportunity. So I'm truly humbled. Like thank you so much again for coming on our show. It means so much. So thank you. And for the Sangat, I really hope that you've enjoyed watching this amazing show. We've had such an amazing opportunity to speak to Benji Pam Gosal MSP. Wow. We've learnt about Benji's story, her background, and hopefully this will inspire you to help other women, to empower other women through the gift of education, through the Train the Teacher program. Again, I wanted to say thank you to Benji once again for coming on our show. Again, we are truly humbled. And to the Sangat, if you'd like to sponsor an underprivileged a woman, and there's an opportunity to sponsor a child as well, please look at the website www.educatetosave.com. Please help us. Please help Benji and I to support and empower women to become great leaders such as Benji. And so again, thank you so much. Thank you, Benji, once again for everything. And from Benji and myself, I want to say thank you so much, and Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.